So here's the question. How many brand ambassadors should your company have? And the short answer is 20. I'm just kidding. No, there's no short answer. You have to approach this with your own goals in mind and what you're trying to accomplish with your brand ambassador program. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to break down essentially like 2 or 3 of the most popular brand ambassador program type structures. So that way you can get a feel for what some of the top brands that we're seeing with their brand ambassador programs that are doing, and then also the up and coming brands that are growing tremendously with their brand ambassador program, really from scratch. So the first brand ambassador program structure that's semi-popular is working with high-end influencers. So obviously when you think of influencer marketing back in when it first started, it was like everything was like you have to pay this influencer to post. And then on the back end, you're hoping that you did your research right and you got sales and you had a nice return on your investment. Well, the cool thing is now you can basically turn those influencers now into partnerships, and instead of paying to post, you're paying them commission on the back end after you have this partnership agreement. And so you could have high-end influencers in your brand ambassador program. You could have 10, 15, 20, however many influencers that you would think of back in the day would be someone that's pay to post, like they have a decent large following where they're going to get a lot of impressions when they're posting about your brand. And instead of paying them 10 grand and hoping to get sales, you're now paying them 10 grand in commission after they've generated, let's just say, $100,000 in sales for your business. So this is a super great way to build out a brand ambassador program if you already have those connections, right? But I know some of you that are watching this right now are a brand in the early stages, and you may not have some larger influencer or that has 50,000, 100,000, 500,000 followers or millions or whatever that either knows about your product or uses your product or loves your product, because obviously if this influencer doesn't know anything about your product, it's going to be a lot harder to get them as an ambassador and agree to, the commission type agreement payout if they just don't know who you are. So it depends on where you're at with your business, but that could be a great route for you if you already have those connections. You maybe have a few influencers that have already either posted for you or posted voluntarily for you, which is the best way to go about it, because if they posted voluntarily for you, they like your product, then you reach out to them and say, hey, we're going to give you commission if you continue to post about us. And that's the best way to go about it. Now, another great way that we see brands go about building out a brand ambassador program is starting from scratch with their most loyal customers. And this is one of the ways that I like to talk about it to people, because a lot of times you're not just starting from scratch. You've most likely already sold a product, although I will touch on this in the next way to build out a brand ambassador program is you can literally start getting sales with brand ambassadors before you even sell your first product. But most likely you already have sold your first product. You have a decent customer base that knows, you have returning customers, they know about your product, and you can first just go out and reach out to them. Filter out your Shopify orders page by highest value customers, the most orders, and then basically find that those customers, reach out to them and say, hey, we've built out this brand ambassador program. We would love to give you a discount code that you can then refer people to us, and you'll be able to get paid commission on every sale that you produce. And this is a great way to go about it, because you're not only building a foundation of your brand ambassador program with people that already love your business, but you're also building it with people that know your business. So you're not just getting some random people to then go and try to talk about your brand and really they just butcher your brand, right? So these are people that already know about it. You don't have to nurture them too much and like hold their hand when they're going to post, and they're going to go out there and be passionate about it when they're posting about your brand. So you start by reaching out to your current customers, and then you can go out and when you get new customers, maybe from these brand ambassadors when they post, or just from people that just come across your brand, and you can then on the back end when they purchase, you send an email, a week later, 5 days later, you either ask her for a review, and then also you can say, hey, we have a brand ambassador program. If you're passionate about our product, you enjoy our product, and you want to share it, we'd love to have you as an ambassador, and we'd be happy to give you commission. So that's a great way to do it, and obviously you can set those emails up with Buzzbassador and Klaviyo and things like that, as you can see here. But that's a great way to go about it, and I feel like that's almost the best way. The majority of brands that are getting into their brand ambassador program start that way, and it's pretty profitable from the get-go. Now, like I said, I was going to touch on one, if let's just say you haven't even sold a product, or maybe you've sold a few products, but you have no loyal customers. Like you can't filter your Shopify store orders with, someone that's purchased thousands and thousands of dollars of your product. You just have random orders from random people, right? So a popular way, and one of the ways that I actually built out a brand was from complete scratch, no one knew about it, was running ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever. And basically you're running ads to say, hey, join our brand ambassador program. We're looking for brand ambassadors. And what you can do is you can just add the landing page link of Buzzbassador's landing page about your program that you build out, which just shows all the incentives, the commission that they're going to get, the exposure that they're going to get when you post them on social media. And then that essentially is the sales page for your ambassador program. And then they can join and sign up after seeing your ad. And then you now have ambassadors that you can then on the back end say, hey, here's about our brand. You can either send them free product or require them to purchase at a nice discount, like 40% off or something like that. That way they have product, they know what it is, and then they can start promoting it for you and earning commission on the back end. So this can be scaled, obviously, with ads to the moon, essentially. There's a few different brands that are killing it with that using Buzzbassador, doing this. They started with this method, and that's the main driver of their sales growth, is running ads to acquire ambassadors. And like I said, the women's fashion brand that I started with Calvin and Shelby was strictly driven, all the revenue was driven strictly through ambassador ads, running ads to acquire ambassadors to then promote our brand, and we would require them to purchase, on the front end at a nice discount, just because we wanted them to have the product, know about our brand before they start promoting it. And that was the main driver of the majority of our revenue, with over 9,000 ambassadors worldwide. And so that was starting a brand from scratch and doing that. So to wrap this video up, I know I kind of broke down 3 different types of programs or different structures that you can kind of utilize, and don't think that you have to stick with one. Like you could have 10 high-end influencers and then 100 or 150 strong loyalty customers that may not have a large following. And you can have this hybrid mix between these 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different ways that these ambassador programs can be structured for your business depending on where you're at and the goals that you're trying to accomplish with your brand. So if this was helpful, I hope it was. Leave a like, subscribe, check out Buzzbassador if you don't already know about Buzzbassador, if you're not already using Buzzbassador. It's on the Shopify App Store. It automates everything to do with your ambassador program, onboarding, the email series after it, the referral codes, the payouts, the commissions, just literally everything that you could think of with your ambassador program. Buzzbassador handles it for you. So check that out, subscribe to the channel, and keep looking out for more videos, because our goal here with this channel is to help you succeed with your ambassador programs and help you grow your business and meet your goals.